Hey guys, this is Martin Wright from Margot's Dog Training. And today we're gonna do our first episode on toys. Different kinds of toys that we could use, that we could play with our dogs, and how to use those toys safely. Some things you might not have considered about toys before you bought them. All right, so here's the show. Okay guys, so there's a few things that we have to talk about when we're discussing toys. First of all, you do not have to have a huge budget in order to have a toy. Some of the best toys are free toys. A toy is anything that your dog will play with, you know? Just because we have it in the category of glasses does not mean that it is not also in the dog category of toys. By the way, this is Zeus, and Zeus is with me for a board and train program, 14-day board and train program. But he's gonna be hanging out and checking out these toys with us today. So that's the first thing. A toy can be free, a toy can be very cheap. Anything the dog is willing to play with can be a toy. Another thing about toys is that a lot of the times, dogs don't just like the toys by themselves, but they like interaction with us. So if we put the interaction with the toys, it could teach the dog to like the toy even more. So keep that in mind. This is a small sample of toys that are out there in the world. Just like anything else, like you could buy a toy for $1, you could get a toy for free, or you could spend thousands of dollars on toys, right? On one toy for your dog if you want to. So that's some ideas. Now we're gonna get into different categories of toys and different things that we see out there on the market. So first, I guess I'll start with toys that I do not recommend. And unfortunately, I don't have a lot of those things with me. A toy is something a dog is putting in his mouth and is playing with. So really, bones can be considered toys, right? So marrow bones, I don't mind, but cooked bones, anything cooked, I do not give to my dogs. Also, I don't personally give my dogs smoked bones either, things that you'll see at the pet store. Usually they come in these big joint bones and they will be smoked, which is a kind of cooked as well. Cooked bones tend to shatter as the dog chews them, while raw bones, if the dog does chew a raw bone and it breaks it down, it will crush rather than shatter. So there'll be no pointy, sharp end. I also am not a big fan of these things, which is rawhide. Rawhide, some types of rawhide are pre-compressed, meaning that if you put them in water, they will not get any bigger, but this rawhide will get bigger in water. And that could become a blockage in our dog, because inside the dog there's a lot of liquid. Although they have enzymes that will break down the rawhide over time, there's a lot of liquid in there and it can swell and it can become a blockage issue. The other thing about rawhide is really cheap leather. So it teaches the dog to want to chew on leather items. And that could be a problem if you have a leather couch, or if you have, you know, a Louis Vuitton handbag, or if you have some nice shoes that you don't want the dog chewing on. Teaching them to chew on leather can be a little bit of a problem. A lot of dogs like these things and like nyla bones, but as you can see, they also like these things, and we'll talk about those in a little bit. And this is a lot safer than this is. Okay, next are puzzle toys. And this category has blown up in the last few years. There's a lot of cool puzzle toys out there. I just have a couple cheap ones that I picked up years and years ago. This is a Kong toy. I actually like this. My dogs like this. My dog Dee Dee, she grew up with this. This is her toy. It doesn't move as smoothly as it used to. But the idea is that you would twist this out. Oh boy, this is, there it is. You twist and then you'll put your food in there, and then you just twist this back on. And once it's on, the dog will just kick it around the apartment and knock out or the house and knock the food out as they play with it. The drawback to this toy is that it's pretty hard plastic. So now as my Doberman is bouncing this around the house, it's making all that kind of noise until she's done with it. So That is the only problem I have with those toys, with that toy. Other than that, it's pretty cool. This, I think, was like the next version up from that. This one is fun too. I already have some food in it. Basically, you just put food on there and then you screw it down. This is a Kong toy as well. You screw it down, you could shake it until all the food goes away, or at least most of it, and then you give it to your dog like so. And then as he rocks it, more food will come out of it. As he plays with it, more food will come out of it. It's a pretty fun toy. Watch your dog with these toys as well. You never know. You know, this one, it feels pretty tough to me, and my Doberman was not able to destroy it when she was young, and she did have that will to destroy stuff, but she was not able to. It looks pretty tough, but I still watch the dog. The wrong dog, there are some dogs out there that you can't give any toy to without them destroying it eventually. See, he's doing what he's supposed to. He smacks it with his paw, more food arrives, and he's very excited about that. This is another puzzle toy. You can put treats. Like I could put a treat underneath there, like that, and I could slide that. And eventually the dog might bat it across and find out that there's food in there, and they start eating it, the food out of there, which is really cool. The problem is, same thing with this, you could put food underneath and they could pick it up. The problem is that these things are not food. And as you can see, I have some of them missing. A dog could take it, could hide it somewhere, could chew on it later. It will smell like food a little bit to the dog because it is in proximity and food touches it. It might even have some flavor of food on it as well. So this could lead to a lot of chewing on wooden things, which is not necessarily so good. This can be a choke hazard. Another little problem that I don't like about this toy so much is that when I slide this around, if I just wiggle it and play with it a bit, oh, look at that. That comes out too. And if these start coming out, these are perfect size for choke hazards, right? So I definitely want to watch my dog with this particular feeding toy if I'm going to use it with the dog, all right? Okay, so we need to take a break right there. This video is getting very long, and we want to split it up into a few other videos, right? So we'll have one video about interactive toys and another episode about non-interactive toys. So stay tuned for that. If there's any toy that you would like me to check out and to do a quick review on, please drop a link in the description below, and I'll be able to take a look at that. If you like what you see, definitely subscribe to our channel and check the description below for other links to our other social media. Until next time, enjoy your day and enjoy your dog.